Okay, we are ready. Hello, everybody. I'm Elia Kostova, medical doctor, and I want today to represent you the new Candegabe algorithm. This is the newest and most advanced diagnosis tool in homeopathy. Author of Candegabe algorithm is Marcello Candegabe, doctor situated now in Argentina Homeopathy University. He is a director, follower of Master Thomas Pablo Pachero, professor of homeopathic medical doctrine and history of homeopathy and former director of the Escuela Médica Homeopática Argentina. He is creator of the Huma method and the Candegabe algorithm. Candegabe algorithm is a part of Huma method. He has a lot of publications in the scientific world during 25 years of experience in homeopathy. He founded mathematical approach how to improve the repertorization in homeopathy. In his algorithm, he based main theory like a string theory, Pythagorean theorem, and a knowledge of the ancient homeopaths. So what has said Kant before a century? He said, human disease have their similarities in the elements that constitute the three kingdoms. Human being is microcosmos of the elements of earth. Earthly elements rise to man in order to resemble him and degrade him when getting closer. What we see is not the real man. What we see is the image of the inferior kingdom exciting in every human being regarding his interior. Other one, the main homeopath and science in the previous century, Swedenborg, said, the whole universe is ontogonically united and connected. Every one of its parts is reflected in all of them in the same way. All of its parts are reflected in every one part, giving way to metaphysical solidarity. Humans are open beings from the nothingness to the fully open. On one hand, the three natural degrees, and the other hand towards the three spiritual levels. All the things exist and are potentially inside the human being, and it is that existed when everyone becomes present as intensification of the forms. Every degree is step in the rise. Creation appears like a rise to harmonization, like a vital impulse toward an aim where the human being must exceed and assume these three inferior degrees in order to open up the three spiritual ones. Human being bears within the accession of all the things to God, assuming the three inferior degrees. All that meaning what they say, Dr. Candegabe put in his algorithm regarding that the human being, the last creation of evolution on the planet Earth, consists in him all the information from the previous kingdom, mineral, plant, and animals. The algorithm is a mathematical and complex code which use different individual values collected through the history. Hahnemann used the symptomatic code of the patient to find the simillimum among those remedies which share the same pathogenic picture. The algorithm is intermediate step approaching a mathematical relation between the patient and a group of mathematically similar remedies, so that the physician can choose the most appropriate remedy according to the totality of symptoms. Actually, Dr. Candegabe just combined the knowledge of the ancient homeopath, string theory, Pythagorean theorem, and mathematically software approach to combine all the knowledge and to create his algorithm. Up to the moment, what we are able to see in homeopathic world is that now it's proven more than 20, 30 thousands of homeopathic remedies. On the diagram, you are able to see the rubrics like dictatorial. So if we start from the kin time and finish to the 2050, you will see that the remedies inside of the rubric, they are progressively increase. Then we go to the next rubric. This is the fair thunderstorm off. From the kin time, it's 11, and we predict that 2050 will be 130 remedies inside. Other main rubric is the Forsaken feeling, and we start from 32 remedies, and it will be finished like 400 remedies. Next main rubric, for example, is milk aversion. We start from 30 remedies and will be reached 320. So it means all the time the proven remedies in homeopathy increase, and it is a huge work of the homeopath to repertorize all of them and to be so precise to reach 100% of totality of the symptoms of the patient and the symptoms and the picture of a remedy. And then we come to the main point of algorithm is pregnancy and how pregnancy is applied to homeopathy. We call pregnancy the influence in the information of the vital order, a new order in a different grade and nature. Said influence creates a wrong perception of reality. It originates a change in the way of feeling and thinking and also the organism. The following change is reflected in the manner a simple order, such as the shade or color, underlying every revelation of the oneself. Pregnancy order is constitutional and tends to stay for a lifetime. In the simple way, we are made to say that pregnancy is a percentage approximation regarding the patient's tendency to the structure of the kingdom, mineral, vegetable, or animal. For the next slide, I will show you how the percentages spread during these three kingdoms. Other words, what you'll be find in the algorithm like a term in consonance. Consonance is variable that relates the phonetic numeric code of the patient's name vowels and the remedy vowels. Other term is K-remedies, is variable that relates the phonetic numeric code of the patient's name vowels and consonants and the ones of the remedy. And sequence is variable that related the phonetic numeric code that relates the encryption between the patient's name vowels and the ones of the remedy. How you see in the chapter is visible that pregnancy order represents 9 symmetries. It's also regarding the Pythagorean theorem, containing information about the different natures order, its mineral, animal, and vegetable order, and in the end make the different symmetry degrees. So what is the degrees in the Candegabe algorithm regarding all the theories and the knowledge of the ancient homeopaths. They separate in 9 types. So how you see the types, they're structured and mineral, animal, and vegetable order. The numbers 4, 3, and 8, they more belongs to the mineral order. The number 9, 5, and 1, they more belongs to the animal order. And the number 2, 7, and 6, they more belongs to the vegetable order. Sorry. It is because of that the percentage of mineralia in the first line is more than the percentage of animals and plants remedy inside. And the same thing is 9, 5, and 1. They contain more animal features than the features from the other kingdoms, and the vegetable order contain more the plants features than the features from the other kingdoms. All of these types you are able to find in publication and PDF file in the HUMA group in the Facebook, also in website of the Candegabe algorithm. They are described with all the meanings. And then we follow the chapter where I show how to understand each description. Symmetry is give you stationary phase when you are in harmony and when you are in disharmony. First stage is external main, how you relate to the world and how the world interact with you and produce your behavior. This is actually when we saw the chapter with numbers. That's one. This is on the left side with the figure. For example, in the normal 4, the outer man will be blue in mineral part. And the number 9, the outer man will be red in the left side of the square of the number 9. And in the vegetable order 2, for example, outer man will be in green on the left side of the square of the 2. Then we go for our next characteristic is internal character. It means how you relate to himself, how you understand yourself, how is your main future inside of you, but they are only yours. They are not reflected and not originated because of interaction with outer world. Again, we come to the previous slide, and then you see in the middle of each square that is the inner man. To use the same examples, 4 inner men will be in red, in 9 will be in blue, and 2 will be in red. It means for 4 inner men related more with animal kingdom, in 9 inner men related more with mineral kingdom, and in 2 inner men related more with animal kingdom. Then we go to the next characteristic is intimate nature. What does it mean? Intimate nature is compensation and manifests itself in default status. Actually, we see our intimate nature when we are react under the stress and when we are in acute situation. For example, if you go to the jungle for the first time and for the first time you see a lion, how you will react and which one behavior you will choose to behave and to express. So that is the intimate nature of everyone human being. And now we go to the previous slide to see that in the same examples, number 4, showing you intimate mate in the green, what is the plant features of the intimate mate men in number 4. And in number 9, we go to the right side of the square of the 9. It's again green. What is mean? Again, we have more plant features of reaction in acute situation and under the stress. And then we go to the number 2, and in intimate area, the last part in the square 2, we have a blue. So that means the intimate man who has the future of the number 2 will react in acute situation and under the stress like a mineral. Okay, then we will see how these futures, external, internal, and intimate nature, they change when we are in instability phase, in disharmonic state. So we have excess and we have a lack. When we have excess, external prosperity related to the world behavior or internal character related to the himself experience. And then, because of these two behaviors under the excess, we incriminate in nature facilities. When we have a lack, we have two diversion of external prosperity behavior, intimate nature, compensatory behavior and experience, and related to the himself experience. There are three ways of behavior determine a deficiency in natural facilities. In pregnancy properties, you may also analyze during this chapter where is regarding the work and regarding the himself. So how each kingdom react to the world and to the himself. It's again they separated in different futures like necessary conditions, world relationship, external propensity, conduct towards the world under the excess, conduct towards the world failing from. And then each kingdom react in different way. Mineral kingdom react like consolidation and stability when it needs the necessary condition. Animal react like action and movement. And plants react like sensitive, depends, and adaptation. Like that, you are able to analyze each kingdom during all these two chapters, and when you compare with the pregnancy number of the patient, like which one kingdom represented for outer man, inner man, and intimate man, you are able to understand the state of human being. On the next chapter is example for the symmetry number 4. Stational phase, how this human being react to external propensity, consolidation, and stability. What is his behavior is stability of the structure and integration. So the first thing what this person wants to establish is the stability in life, have the structure, models, and to integrate between them. How react the internal character? The internal character react like creation and originality. So this person likes to have a models. And experience is developed of versatility. What the person number 4 goes to the unstable phase and have the excess, then external propensity, resistance, inclusions, or rejections will appear in his behavior. And inner character will be asking for constant change because in the unstable phase he trying to find out the stability, new one level of stability and new one level of models which will give him zone of comfort. When we have a lack of, then we'll be able to see the expectation propensity of contraction. Inner character will be inhibition and anguish, intimacy, dependency, reach, transforming the reality, and subject will be adaptation. Like that, for all the symmetry, you are able to organize all the behavior of outer, inner, and intimate part of the man, who is related with that number. All this knowledge is based off the HUMA method, and actually Candegabe algorithm is part of the HUMA method. For purpose of that workshop is just to give you the summary how it's structured and what is the base of the Candegabe algorithm. But it's up to you to use all the base of the HUMA method or to use Candegabe algorithm like a tool and adding to your way of analysis and repertorization of the case. So, how is formed the date of birth? It is the sum of all the numbers of your date of birth, and then finally you get the pregnancy number. Then we go to the more practical part of algorithm. This is the main picture when you open the site of algorithm. On that picture you see you have a place for names. This is the first name, family name, then you have a nickname. If that nickname is more useful on daily life, you prefer to call it you with that name, otherwise you use your first name, original first name. Then you put the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your family name. This is your initials, then date of birth, and when and where you are born. Now I will be switch my screen and to show how is really easy to work with algorithm. Just 1 second, please. Okay. We go to the internet and type to the website of algorithm is algorithmcandegabe.com. Then you see the first screen, what is appear in your computer. It's the first page of Candegabe algorithm website. Okay, I think it's visible now for you. Then you see a lot of buttons on the website. This is about the algorithm. Next one, and purchase the credit. Next one, and sales representative. Then is access to algorithm, and other part is the directory where you save your studies. From the beginning you have your name, your login name, then you have a number of the credits what you have, and to log it in. So we choose to have access in algorithm. I told you the first one is the name, and then the family name, and then the nickname, what is really the name. If you prefer to use your real name, that here you type your real name. Then you type initials, date of birth, like date, month, year, and country of birth. You just choose from the list. On the left side, you have first what you have to choose is a human or it's an animal, because the algorithm is working for humans and for animals. I will show you the both part. Okay, to make one algorithm, for example, for the Albert Einstein. So we type Albert Einstein. You use only letters. You're not supposed to use any symbols. If you have more than one first name, you use how many you have. If you have more than one family name, you use all the names. I just will wait after the moment live stream to show you how we go in the algorithm, because have some delay between the live stream. Yes, at the moment live stream showing you that we choose the first name Albert, the family name Einstein. Then we choose the nickname Albert, because we don't know any other for the Mr. Einstein. Then we type the initials, the first letter of the name and the first letter of the family name. Then we type the date of birth, and then we choose a country. Okay, I will show you also already done algorithm. So when you type the name, the date of birth, country, then you just push the perform study and come out the next phase of algorithm study. It is repertorization of the case. It's important for the new algorithm is that you are able to pursue a lot of studies for one person. If you not sure about the name, and if you make a mistake in typing or misplace the letters, because for algorithm it's so important to write the names in right phonetic way. If you are not English speakers in your country and your names is written in different language, in the wiki or in different sources in internet, you are able to find the transliteral chapters of each alphabet to English. And there you are able to find out how is phonetically correct to write each name, because the algorithm analyzes phonetic of the name, phonetical letters. It's not how they are pronunciated, but what is the phonetic base of each name. It is based of the calculation in software. So first thing what you're supposed to do is to find how is the correct way to write the name. Then you type the names without any symbols in between, just name. If you have more than one name, you type all of them. If you have more than one family name, you type all of them. Then you type the nickname, initials, date of birth, and country of birth is not where you're living now, where you born. or the person where he was born. Then we come to that next stage of the analysis. On the right side, you see the impregnancy symmetry number. For example, for the Einstein is number 6. So what does mean? He contains 50% of plants futures, 35% of mineral futures, and 50% for futures from animal kingdom. His outer man belongs to the plant kingdom, inner man belongs to the mineral kingdom, and the intimate man belongs to the animal kingdom. Then you see the bottom, see the dynamics. When you push the button, it's open the window with explanation, with all the symmetry and the symmetry number 6. So during the analysis, you are able just to check out what is the number 6, what is the main themes, necessary conditions, and so on, just to be closer to you during the analysis, especially if you want to use the methodology of the HUMA method. Okay. Then we go to the symmetry interrogation. You push, it's open again, the meaning of the symmetry 6. Here you are able to find out how with simple questions you are able to repertorize the person, the case, and to find in which state now the person exists, in his inner state, outer state, or in intimate man state. I again want to remember that this is the method and the tools inside of the HUMA method. If you don't want to use the HUMA method, just repertorize the case and use your way of repertorization. Okay, so after that, we see combined analysis. In that combined analysis, from the beginning, I told you that some terms what you're supposed to know, that what is the impregnancy, sequence, consonant, and K remedy. From the beginning, you see MSR, it is the sum of numbers and the sum of numbers of the phonetic of the vowels and consonant and date of birth. And we start. If you want to see all the kingdoms, it's showing all. If you see only animals, it's buttons only for animals only, for vegetables only, and for minerals. And it looks like this. You open and the extended analysis, which is down, you see only animal remedies. When you push plants, you see only plants remedies. When you push minerals, it is only mineral remedies. And when you push all, it is all the remedies which is characterized for that case. All the remedies. This is like a cluster from 200 to 30,000 remedies which now exist in the homeopathy. Most of the remedies which that person supposed to represent in his life is listed here. So all the time that person will be react and represent himself in the way of some of that remedies. Okay, so how you are able to use just like a tool. You repertorize your case, you make all the questionnaire, your investigation of the case, and then you put and open the algorithm for the person. If the case, for example, is related with the snake remedy lachesis, and you open the algorithm and see that lachesis here is not exist of the case of Albert Einstein, but we have a centrix. Lachesis and centrix, actually all the crotaus, they are so close to each other like symptoms, features, and the picture of the homeopathy behavior, and it's not so easy all the time from the data with the patients give to the homeopath and to homeopath to calculate all the systems and to get the decision which one to give lachesis or centrix, because they are really so close. The difference between them is couple of symptoms. If the person is not able to explain to the homeopath in the correct way and to homeopath to get it in the correct way, so probably there are couple of symptoms that just be lost on air. And if you give to the person lachesis and not the centrix, you cover the case like 70%, but this is not 100. And our purpose is to reach 100% totality of the symptoms. And when you give the centrix, then you cover 100% of the totality of the case, and the case is just solved. And in the same way, if you have acute situation, for example, Albert Einstein get a flu. So the flu viruses, they come to the man from outer world. And the first relation with viruses and the human being is in the square 6 on the plants area, because the plants area from the number 6 represent you how the person relate with outer world. So probably the first remedy, if it is not, may say, subacute situation, will be on the list of all the plants remedies related with number 6 and Mr. Albert Einstein. We put the vegetables only, and we get all the plants remedies. So one of that remedy will be cover his case. If the case is so acute, like 40 degree and so acute sudden symptoms, it is the case which related with intimate man. We have a stress and we have a unusual situation which our body is supposed to react for a short time and with full energy to protect himself. So in the chapter 6 for Mr. Einstein will be animal kingdom. Then we put bottom animal kingdom only, and we see all the remedies from animal kingdom related of the chapter of Mr. Einstein, and we choose one of them. Mostly chronic disease related with inner main stage of each pregnancy number. If you want to find out, for Mr. Einstein will be mineral kingdom. So your repertoire resides between all the minerals remedy, which one will be cover the case. When you get experience with algorithm, it will be easy for you to decide for which one kingdom it's more okay for the moment to choose the remedy. It is really get during the experience with algorithm. That's why for beginning, University Candegabe give you 20 credits free just to get experience how to use and how to calculate in different cases. For today, I just want to give you summary about the software of the Candegabe algorithm, how to use, and what algorithm give you. Okay, then we go again to the main chapter with the names and to repertorize one animal. We choose animal, and it's really easy way to find the homeopathic remedy for animals in that way, because animals, they speak, but not all the time we are able to understand what is the correct symptom of the animal in the moment. So we choose a dog, for example, like a species, name of the dog, owner name of the dog, for example, John. And then we choose the animal name, Ricky, and then we make initials. Initials for animals, it is the first letter of the owner name and the first letter of the animal name. Then we choose the date of birth, for example, 6th May 2010. And then we perform a study. Okay. We go to analysis picture again. We have a species dog, owner's name, pet's name, initials, date of birth. Again, here we are able just to change the names if you made a mistake or we want to put something more. On the left side, we see the number of symmetry that give you again representation of behavior in different stage of that animal. Then we go again of the combined analysis, extended analysis. In the same way, we repertorize the symptoms of the case of the dog. And we choose which one remedy dog needed in that moment. It's absolutely the same way how we done for a human. But actually in cases with animals, it is really easy way to find the remedy which is cover the totality of the case. From my experience, it's really so easy way. Okay. Then when you're ready with your performance of the case, you just go on the bottom. You see the bottom download study. You just push the download study and automatically you receive the PDF file, and the same file is saved on the beginning where you have saved studies. All your studies you are able to find in that archive area. Okay. Up to the moment, algorithm work for Latin letters. If some nationality wants to use alphabet of the nation, it's regarding of the percentage of using of the algorithm of that nation. So how much that nation use the algorithm have ability to put the alphabet inside of the algorithm and to use in the national language. When you put the bottom cell representatives, it's showing you the representative of the algorithm around the world, and you are able to connect with them and to order your credits. So for US and Canada is Robert Bannon. It's mentioned the email, Skype, Facebook and telephone number. For Australia and New Zealand is Rhonda Campbell. It's again you have email, Skype, Facebook and phone number. Norway and Sweden is Alexander Egidazu. Sorry if I not pronounce it in the correct way, the family name. You have again the email, Skype, Facebook number. For Ecuador, Colombia and Mexico is Dr. Fernando Redin. The same, you have all the contacts. And for India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Balkans, Italy and Russia is myself. It's mentioned the email, Skype, Facebook and the telephone number. If some nations want to have workshop in specific language different than Spanish and English, you are able to contact with us, with all representatives, and to delegate your intention to have a workshop and explanation in your mother languages. Also for all the orders, you are able to contact with us. If you have cases and questions about the cases and how you are able to use the algorithm for that cases, or you need more explanation about, please feel free to contact with all of us. And we are here just to support you and to be with you during the journey of algorithm Candegabe. I just want to say my big thank you to the Dr. Candegabe and all the team of Candegabe University for his amazing work. I use algorithm more than 40 years and I'm really have experience of that algorithm and how easy that algorithm make my job. Thank you very much, Dr. Candegabe, for your amazing work. So for today, that is from my side. If you have a questions, please write to the email is mentioned here for the representative of the Candegabe algorithm around the world. If your country is not mentioned on the list, it's no problem. Just feel free to contact with us and just to use algorithm Candegabe in your practice. Thank you very much for today, and the next workshop will be more practical about the using algorithm Candegabe with the specific cases. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you.